Lovely, jubbly, just tricked you there. Seven. That's got to be reviewed, especially on the Perfectdraft boat. And it was kind of heavy, especially with some. Oh, Jesus. Good afternoon, people. It's your favourite one, Paul, rate my beer.
Main man.
And psychic. Connoisseur. Some might say. Some might not. Anyway, we're going on beer Moretti, Rosso, coming in at 7.2% ABV. That's in a 330ml bottle. We're doing it against Hertog, Young Bock, coming in at 6.5% ABV. We've done this on the torp as well as the bottle before, but we didn't have the balls to do it in the keg on the blade because it's 14 pints.
Yeah.
This I'm pouring down here, so I've got to do the old, fitness. Bit cold, hence the jacket. What else was I going to say? I don't know. Nothing relevant. I normally talk crap, she says that anyway, so. Now let's get this beauty poured.
Shall I open this up?
Yeah, you can open that up if you like. So this is like, we did the Battle of Holland's Finest earlier. So this is like Italy versus Holland. Good game of football that'd be, wouldn't it? I couldn't find a half Moretti glass, let's be honest. I totally gave up in the end.
But this is a really cool glass.
Yeah, she pinched that from the boat, amongst other things.
Okay.
Right, you want to do a quick shot? Oh,
Yeah.
camera's gone off. Back on for you.
That's cool.
Move them out of the way. I did use my Beer Hawk
Got it?
free bottle top, if I may say.
So the first thing I'm noticing when I'm serving these two
Totally different
is that the Hertog is darker. It has got that rich kind of dark, almost Guinnessy look about black, with the reddish tinge to it. Now, the Moretti also has a kind of reddish amberish tinge to it, but it's nowhere near as dark.
Is it me, right? I know it's the shape of the glass, right? But do you see a different colour there to what you do there?
Yeah,
or is it just me being an
it's
idiot?
because of the shape of the glass.
Yeah, because it is, isn't it? It looks like, that looks like an amberish type of colour, and that bit's a red bit of colour. Totally different, quite mad, isn't it, glass?
Yeah.
Don't mess around with that. Get another one this time if it's any good.
It is a nice glass. Anyway, okay.
They served me a Franz corner in that, you know. How insulting.
Oh.
Yeah, this one we rated. But then this one.
God, that's yeah, that's got kind of a raspberry kind of smell to it. Are you picking up on that?
Definitely a lot of dark fruits in it.
Yeah, that's kind of predominant aroma I'm getting from that one.
It's one we enjoyed, and we did enjoy it on the torp as well, didn't we? But we decided it would be hard work if you were doing it.
Yeah, this is it's got a slightly more nutty kind of smell to it. A bit more malty.
Yeah, and a bit more, not so much fruity, but there's a sweetness in that you're not getting out of that. Although that smells damn good.
They do. They're both smelling good.
This is an interesting one because I couldn't call this. I called it right on the Hertog versus La Trappe Bock because I kind of knew and had a good idea. This one I couldn't actually call.
Okay, you want to go first? You go first because I always go first.
Well, you're the expert now. I mean, do you know some drunken bloke last night said Michelle's becoming one of the best, or Michelle is one of the best.
And thank you very much for that. No, I just
reviewers on YouTube. I thought the man's drunk.
I'm not an expert, but what I like to do is try these beers, really savour what I'm tasting, think about it, and then try and describe it so that other people have got an indication of what they're getting, if that's the kind of thing they might like.
Right. There's a very different taste on that. You being the connoisseur will be able to elaborate on that, I think, after you've tried them both. For me, that's a lot sweeter than what it actually smelt as well, but not in a bad way, in a good way, if anything.
Okay.
Listen to the connoisseur, people.
No.
Go.
The mouthfeel of the beer. The Hertog it feels thicker, richer. That one feels thinner, not quite so thick. But when you go on flavour, they both have their own individual flavours that are really working well.
Yeah. They're both damn good, aren't they?
They are.
On the first sip, hold on, give it a little bit more, because sometimes you do a bit more of them and you kind of change a bit.
And I was right with the kind of raspberry. I don't know what is in there, but there's a tartness that is going on with Moretti.
Lovely. I'll tell you, I'll go
And
on
it
a plum.
is. And it is maybe, but it's a tartness. It's quite sharp. Although
Yeah, no, but it takes away the sweetness.
exactly.
If you didn't have that sharpness, that drink would be in shit.
You think sometimes, like you have a dessert and they put quite a sharp sort of bit of sauce or something over it just to balance it out. That is what that is doing, and that is actually really nice. I do like that.
I said this was a tough one to call because we enjoyed this before.
I really do like the thickness of this, the texture of it, the smoothness. It feels a lot fuller on the mouth. It feels a lot thicker. The flavours there are slightly more nutty.
That's 7.2 though, which defeats the object.
Slightly more malty.
Because you've got 6.5
Yeah.
on the Hertog Bock and 7.2 on the Rosso Bock. It is a Bock, isn't it, this? I'm not doing a total wrong review here, am I?
I don't know.
I don't even know if this is
But
a Bock.
these do feel
Oh, sure.
very different in style. This one feels a lot lighter on the palate. It's got more carbonation. It's thinner in consistency, but it's losing nothing in the flavour. Even though it's got those differences in consistency, it's losing nothing on the flavour at all. It's got that sharp tanginess, a fruitiness to it that is really pleasant. And it's backed up by that nice backbone of, obviously, a really high ABV of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's just in Italian, that's why we can't tell. Yeah, see, they're saying caramel and licorice in this. An extraordinary soft and full taste. This is Beowulf with hints of caramel and licorice, perfect balance between sweet and bitter. Yeah, they've got that bit right.
Yeah.
Its aromas are rich and initial notes of raspberry. She's done it again.
Thank you very much. I didn't read that.
Oh,
I have
don't
never read
believe
that
it.
in my whole life. So I'm
Dried
really,
fruit.
really happy
Yeah,
about that.
And licorice. So there you go. The expert's back again.
I'm not actually picking up so much on the licorice in there because licorice actually isn't a flavour I enjoy very much.
I'm absolutely stunned.
But yeah, it had that tart kind of raspberry sorbet or sauce. I can't think of what on earth they call it.
Drink up, Trig, we're leaving. That's what I
But
call
yeah,
it.
it really has that, and that description is spot on for this. It's refreshing.
That's
I
nice.
could imagine having this even after a heavy meal and still finding it really refreshing. Whereas this one is more like a meal in a glass. It feels heavier, it feels more bready, more
Hence why they used
malty.
to drink it as their meal when
Exactly.
they were fasting, as you mentioned yesterday. I mean, she knows her stuff. We got a new connoisseur on the block here.
And it has those wonderful fruit flavours, that kind of toffee apple flavour that I'm getting there. It has a thick maltiness, as you say, a breadiness.
I'm just leaving it to the expert.
that leaves you feeling quite full. That it's quite thick on the mouth.
I agree.
I could not pick between these two because I think they're both
They're
very good.
They're both right. They're both Bocks. I had to go through it there just to be sure that I hadn't done a bodge and got something wrong, because obviously the other Moretti ones we had. They're both Bocks, but yeah, they're very different. And you know, the expert here. I mean, be careful, Welsh Wizard. We have a new expert on the block here.
Did I read up about that?
No, she didn't read up about
I did not read up about that.
Didn't know we were doing this.
I didn't even know we were doing it.
Half an hour ago, and because the reason of doing this now rather than holding off for tomorrow, because there's a horrible thing that most of this cake's going to go tonight.
We've just, I've said it before, and it sounds like a really strange expression. This is a grower. Once you start drinking it, you just want to drink more of it. It really is very Moorish.
And we know we need to keep the last pint to mess around with Leffe Noel.
Yeah,
because a couple of people have asked, and I think...
but I haven't had Leffe Noel for a year.
11 months.
Okay, fair enough.
Correcting the connoisseur. I'm brave.
The style, the mouthfeel is very similar, but I do feel that there's different flavours going on there. But I would like to try them side by side to kind of express what they are.
I mean, you made your points as I made up in the review. Just a couple of people ask, and if a couple of people ask and we can do it, we'll always do it. And that's why I said we want to be careful. I'll put this one out. Well, obviously I won't put it out now, but get this one done. So we've tried them. We've done the other one. We've done the original. And then just to do it against Leffe Winter tomorrow.
So doing the comparisons that we've done, not all Bock beers are the same. They have their own characteristics. They have their own flavours. They have their own styles. They are. You can't say one is like another. They are not.
No. All three of them. I mean, you'd have to check the other
totally
review.
unique to each other, to themselves.
Yeah.
So
Hertog.
Yeah.
And Hertog for the Trappy.
Yeah.
There's not one that's been close, has there? And again, the only difference here was if you were putting the La Trappy against these two are way ahead.
Because we prefer that kind of fruity flavour. If that isn't your thing, if that's not what you're enjoying, if you prefer that more smoky roasted taste, then you're going to prefer the other one. So, you know, it all comes down to personal preference. But I find this lighter, even though it's stronger on alcohol. I find it lighter, kind of not as heavy, because it's got that tartness to it.
And they are too different to call it, aren't they? You can't.
I like both of them.
No, I do.
They're unique to themselves, but I really do like both of them.
We've reviewed this. If you go back on YouTube, God knows what we said about it all that time ago, but we did review it. Obviously, this is the first time, yesterday, on this, and they're both two crackers. It goes back to the thing, the advantage you've got over the Perfectdraft Pro with this is you can swap the kegs in and out, just saying, but not taking nothing away from that beer. That beer's class.
That is absolutely lovely. It's refreshing.
I would consider 14 pints of that over the course of time.
So would I.
So there you go.
It really is very, very good. For this time of year, though, this is wonderful.
Yeah, that is.
Excellent stuff, both
I think
of them.
we've gabbled on for God knows how long.
Thank you for putting up with this.
No one's going to get this far.
Oh, they might do.
I told you you've got to start doing a competition at the end. No one will get there, so no one will win. All right. Bonjour. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.